So we're still on our series, Keeping It Together. And this evening we're going to be discussing relationships. So we have with us Canon Yemi Adedeji, who is going to be discussing with us this evening. So I'm still waiting for him to join us.
All right.
So you guys can see what I'm talking about. Our dapper Canon Rev Pastor Yemi Adedeji. Please let us give him virtual claps to welcome him to today's show. Wow. Thank you so much for being with us, sir. Thank you. So this is the live chat on the Now Show, and we're continuing our series. Tonight, Keeping It Together, and tonight we're talking relationships. I must tell you something about him. He's such a different person, and I know that we're going to have a ball tonight. It's even Friday night, so we deserve to have a ball tonight. my friend, my brother, my pastor, my canon, that go on and on and on. Yemi Adedeji, welcome again, and thank you for doing this with us. He's an accomplished author. He's written lots of books, and I enjoyed reading 2 of them. I'm still waiting for my copies of the rest of the books. Review, we spoke about that. Thank you, sir. Welcome again, and thank you for doing this with us. So, can we get started? Can we get rolling?
Let's go.
You are a Pentecostal pastor as well as a Methodist Reverend Canon.
No. An Anglican canon.
Sorry.
An Anglican canon.
That's true. So, how do you combine these two, Rev?
Interestingly, the question is, how do I get myself into this? Because actually, this year marks my 21st year of being a Pentecostal pastor. That's been 21 years ago that I was first ordained as a Pentecostal pastor.
Wow.
But along the line, being a Pentecostal pastor here in the UK, over time, I felt I had a challenge from the Lord that why do you think you're in this country? What exactly do you think you're in this country for? Because I was in one of those churches where you had about 2,500, I don't know, I mean quite a lot of number. I was next to the senior pastor, life was good, going abroad, all that sort of things. But God I have a God moment where I said, what do you think you're in this country for? Do you think you're just here for all these rats and things like that? So that provoked my heart in terms of, then I felt the Lord then said to me, do you understand you're a missionary? And if you're a missionary in this place, what you need to do is to understand the people, relate with the people so that you can engage with them. So until you derobe yourself, you cannot rerobe yourself.
Wow.
So there's a derobing before you can rerobe. And then that was what led my journey to become a missionary for 7 years with the Church Mission Society. And very interesting time. Because the life there was not as how I was in the Pentecostal church. I used to say, and you go to places, you don't even know where you're going to sleep. You go to church, you've only got 7 minutes to preach, and then you finish preaching. They're asking you one tea bag for about 3 people, in the cup. Life was totally different life. And then I think it was then I felt the Lord begin to say, you need to learn this world. So that you can take what you learn here to be a bridge to your own community. And so what you've learned in your own community can then become a relationship to this. So that was when I explored becoming an Anglican priest in the process. So I went through the theological college, become an Anglican priest. It was then it became clear to me. And it was then I realized that you cannot engage the people that you don't know their world.
You can't engage
with people you can't engage with people you don't know their world. So understanding that word, because your language changes. So how you engage changes, how you see things changes, how you deconstruct mind changes, how you relate changes. And so once you are accepted, then you become part of that engagement. So you can then crisscross information, engagement, and then relationship grow to a different level by helping others to come along as well. So that's an interesting journey that I've traveled in my life.
It is. Wonderful, wonderful. And of course, this evening we're discussing relationships. So you're going to help us break it down.
I'll try. I'll try.
How do we go about, cultivating relationships, developing, growing it, and further on leveraging on the relationships?
Yes.
I guess that. So
yes.
We start. So relationship. Can you help us? What is your description? What does relationship entail for you? Because people see different things in different subjects.
Number one, relationship must be seen from the eyes of your purpose in life from God and the value that shapes your behavior. So what you understand those two will help you. Any relationship you want to cultivate must be in relationship. A relationship must be asked to do something from what is your purpose from God in life, because you cannot engage in a relationship that does not fulfill the purpose of God in your life. So it must be purpose driven. In this does this relationship help me to fulfill my purpose in life? Number one. Number two, does this relationship add values and shape my behavior as I go on in life? So it's important to understand that one very, very clearly in terms of how that. So relationship itself, some relationship you run after them because you want something from that relationship. You are intentional about that relationship. You want that relationship to add value to your life. So you seek that relationship. You look for that relationship because you want it to add value to your life. So some relationships they come after you. Now you have a choice to accept or to reject, depending on how that relationship will be for your life. And then the third type of relationship are the one that you are in by default. You didn't plan for it. You are born into that relationship. You didn't determine what family you are coming from, what kind of brother or sister or something like that. So you are born into that relationship. Now the question is how you now strategically manage those three narratives of relationship. The one that you are engaging with, that you want to relate yourself with, the ones that are coming after you, and the one that you are born to by default. So you're going to have challenges in all of that, but it is how it fits in all of these three. Then you ask yourself the question, which one of them are aligned into my purpose in God, and which one of them are to the values, the way I behave, the way I engage with life, which one shapes the values and the behaviors of my life. So those are the kind of things that helps us when we are trying to define what kind of relationship and what relationship is.
Okay. So as you've spoken about these three types of relationship, some people say that some relationships are transactional.
Yes.
So people go into a relationship for the benefits they could get out of that relationship.
Yeah.
What is your view on transactional relationships?
You see, some relationships must be transactional. They just have to be transactional.
Oh, really?
They have to be. They have to be. Not all relationships will be organic.
Okay.
Some of them have to be organized for a purpose.
Not all relationships will be organic.
Not all of them are organic. Some have to be organized. They are organized because they are intended for a specific purpose that you are shaping it with. Now, when you are engaging relationship from a corporate perspective,
yes,
I don't need to know you. You don't need to know my family. You don't need to whatever. But we are developing a relationship because whatever we are doing have a symbiotic engagement that will take us towards a purpose. So because of that, the relationship is, we are in that relationship for a purpose. We're in that relationship because of what we both want to get out of it. You know what you want, I know what I want. So let's be clear from the one. We are organizing this thing for the intention and the purpose, and there's nothing wrong about it. But what shapes that will be the values. What are my values that I don't want you to cross, and what are your values that I will not go against? So we will define it in an organized relationship. But in an organic relationship, you grow into yourself, like partners, boyfriend, and so all sort of things. You grow into it naturally. But most relationships, honestly, they're actually organized. Only few relationships are organic.
Yes. Even those you stumble upon by accident, I mean, they are
Then you are beginning to take it in terms of how do you, or different types of people that comes to your life, right? Some people, you develop relationship with them because you have chemistry. You have chemistry together. You meet some people like yourself. You know, there's no rocket science when I met you that there's a chemistry in this. There's something about this woman that is attractive, that is godly attractive. Before people think otherwise, that is godly attractive. Yeah. And so, and then we don't need to cross the path, cross the line. There must have been something that attracted you in me as well, godly as well. So because of that, we just became friends, and we just begin to flow like that. So we didn't organize that. It was organic, right? But there are some you kind of see somebody and say, I like what that person has. I like what is in that whatever. I'm going to do everything to relate with that person, to be friends with that person, and I know where I'm going. It could be organized without becoming organic. So it could be
organized without being organic.
Yeah. It can be organized because it's kind of relationship you have between the mentor and the mentee. So you are my I want to be my mentor, but you determine in your mind that I'm organizing this. I want it to be my mentor because what I want to get out of it. We don't need to relate deeply. You know my house, you know what I'm doing, and stuff like that, and we can continue like that. But there's nothing negative about it, you know, because not all relationship will give you the very best of that level of confidence that you have with people. Not all relationship will do that. Okay, if I break it down further for you, every single relationship that you have, I normally tag them under 6 headings. Six headings. The first one would be what I call a confidant relationship.
Confidant.
A confidant relationship in your life, in anybody's life, you'll be lucky if you have 2 or 3 people who are the confidants in your life.
Wow.
So who are those confidants in your life? They are not interested in your title, your position, what you have become, who you are. They are only interested in you as a person. Whether you are president or whether you are sweeping the floor, they are interested in you as a person.
Your person.
Now, the truth about such people is that they are with you in good times, they are with you in bad times.
In bad times.
So they are not there to. So when you say things to them, they keep your things as secret. They guide it. So they are not in relationship with you to compete with you or to tell about you. They are actually to make you become a better person. They are always engaging with you, correcting you when nobody else will correct you. So they are like that for you. So the higher you go, the less relationship you have. So you'll be lucky if you have 2 or 3 of such people in your life. They are in your life not for what they can get, but they are in your life because of you becoming better.
Because of you becoming better.
So there are 2 or 3 people, maybe one's partner, one's closest family member, or very rare, such people. Number 2, you have a relationship that in your life for a reason and for a season.
Reason for a season.
So they are in your life for a reason. So they come into your life. It's like 10 friends don't play for 10 years. 10 friends don't play for 10 years. So they are in your life. There are people in your life 5 years ago that they are no more there. There are people in your life 10 years ago they are no more there. So they came to your life for that season because they are fulfilling a reason. Right? So you almost want to call those kind of relationship scaffolding relationship. They are scaffolding. They are like scaffolders. They help you to build up. They help you to build up. Right? So you need them. You need them to help you to build up. For that season. Hear my word. For that season. When that season expires, when you keep them, they will mar your life. Because they are there for that particular time.
Wow.
So you can't keep them. That's why some people you add them. You cannot because they are scaffolders. They help you to, while you are building, they cover the outside. While you are building, they are scaffolder. They cover it. When the building is completed, they have to come down. Can you imagine having a scaffolders when the building is already done? So So there's a season when you have the scaffolders, and there's a season when the scaffolder has to go. So that's why they are there for a season, for a reason.
Wow.
So when the season is over, the reason is terminated. So that's kind of friendship you have them. Now, the challenge is that if you tell your secret to scaffolding relationship, they will hurt you.
Wow. If you tell your secret to scaffold relationship, they will hurt you. Wow.
Yes,
wow. Wow.
Because when the season is over, every single thing you've told them, they take it out. They take them with them. Don't forget, they are not in your life because of who you are. They are in your life for what you have become. So when you change, they change. Or when they have achieved what they want, they change.
When they have achieved what they want,
they change. Yeah, because it's all for a reason. So the timing is what we don't know. The timing could be 1 month, could be 3 months, could be 1 year, could be whatever. But that's why wise people are very clear to differentiate between who is my confidant and who is my scaffolder. Because if you misplace the priority of what you communicate with a confidant and a scaffolder, that's why you get bitter.
Wow.
So you say to yourself, my God, I can't believe that you betray me. Scaffolders will betray.
They will betray.
They will betray. It's the nature of the scaffolder. They are going to come down. They are going to break it. They are going to betray you. They are there for that reason. And when the reason is no more, they take your secrets. They dig your heart. They do all sort of things. That's why we then become bitter. That my God, I thought you are my. No. They are never. They are never your confidence. They are there for what you have become for that particular moment. And when it expires, they have to go with it. Then they carry all your secrets with them. They carry everything with them, and then they continue to bite. So we have to understand. And then we have the third type of relationship. I call them the comrades.
The comrades.
Comrades. Okay. So you are engaged together for a common purpose, something that brings you together. So maybe you are in the same club, you are in the same association, you are in the same engagement or stuff like that. So you are your association of maybe some ladies, association of some men. So you have a purpose that brings you together. An association, a club. Maybe you go to the same club. So that's what brings you together. So your relationship starts and ends in that. So you see people, even what brings them together is because they go to the same church. But after church, they don't know each other.
They don't know anything about one another.
They don't know anything about each other. So they are comrades. Their relationship is comradeship. So you could be a pastor in the church with so many other pastors. You are only together in relationship when the church when there's no church, there's no relationship.
There's no relationship.
So there's a purpose that brings you together. So you also know how to measure and engage such relationship. Then you also are going to have some relationship who are critics. They will always criticize you.
They will always criticize you. Wow.
You can't do anything right. They will always criticize you. they are there to criticize you. But they are not that. You cannot do with people praising you all the time. You're going to have some a relationship that will criticize. But here is what you need to do with such people. You need to create what I call a concentric circle around such people. So you will know that Daniel, no matter what I say, is going to criticize me. So fantastic. So when he criticizes you, you don't feel annoyed. You don't get upset. Because you know that is the nature of daddy.
Wow.
So you got to know. So because if you don't know, you'll be upset. You'll be fighting all the time. So but there's something good about Daniel. But the other side of Daniel is that he never sees anything good and he criticizes you. So you know that that's how Daniel is going to behave.
Yes.
And have that default in your mind. If he doesn't do it, you'll be surprised. Hang on, why did you criticize me? That's because that is the circle in which you have put Daniel in. So it's, for example, you know some friends that said,
disappointed.
Never. So you don't have an expectation.
Yes. No,
when you don't have an expectation, you are never disappointed. So for example, if you have friends in relationship who are very tight, They never, when you go out, they don't spend, they don't do anything. But there might be something that are good about them. But what you need to have in your mind is when you go out, take extra money to pay for yourself and to pay for them. Because you know they will never pay. They will never pay.
Wow.
You know, it's a concentric circle. So you've already bought. So the day they bring money out, you're like, what? I am shocked that you want to pay. So you are never disappointed because there's you don't have an expectation. And you already put them in a concentric circle of that is the way they are going to behave.
So that concentric circle makes you always prepared.
Prepare. You are prepared. Wow. He's going to criticize me. He's going to speak behind me. He's not going to spend money. He's going to. So you already know. But once you know that you are never disappointed, so you focus on what is good about them, rather than what those things that they will not do. And then you also. How many have I mentioned? Maybe about 4.
You've mentioned.
Then you have a critic. Then you're going to have what I call your connectors. Your connectors. So those who you need in your life to take you to the next level. You know, one thing about life, about relationship is this. You are where you are, not only because of what you know, but because of the people you know.
Because of the people you know.
Every one of us, we are where we are not because of what we know, because of the people we know. What you know opens the doors for you. Who you know takes you to the top of the cliff.
Wow.
2 different things.
What you know
opens the door for you. But it is who you know that takes you to the top. So I can be the best professor, graduate first class from Harvard. What I know will open the door for me to get a job, but it won't take me to the top.
It won't take you to the top.
But it is my relational dynamics.
Wow.
That will take me to the top. So you and I are talking like this, and people are listening to us because of what? Relationship. Every single thing anybody is going to become in this world is because of relationship.
Because of relationship.
It's because of relationship.
Every single thing.
The job you're going to get, the partner you're going to marry, the whatever, is because of it. That's why understanding how to manage relationship is vital.
It's key. Very vital.
Very important. So that's why in life we need connectors. Connectors are the people that are in there, dotted, to take us to the next. See, where you are is not what is important, but it is where you are going. Between where you are and where you are going, you need connectors. So it's your ability to see who is going to connect me, how to engage with the connectors without losing your value is the most important thing.
Without losing your value. Wow.
Because one of the key things about relationship is never ever engage in a relationship empty-handed. Never do it. When you engage in a relationship empty-handed, you lose before you begin.
Wow. You lose before you begin.
Before you begin. Yes.
If you engage in a relationship
empty-handed.
Wow.
So always go into a relationship with a level of competency and advantage or value that you want to put in the place. Because if you go as a beggar, oh, I want to be your friend because of what I can get, whatever. So the other person is thinking, so you want to get the relationship because of what I am and who I am. What are you bringing into the relationship? So value is missing. And when value is missing, abuse is inevitable.
Wow. Definitely.
So you have to go into the relationship knowing that I have something that I am offering. I might not be the millionaire, but nobody has it all. Nobody has it all. You have something that I don't have. At the same time, I have something that you don't have. So what I need to discover is what I have that you don't have, that becomes a negotiating value that will bring the relationship together.
Wow. Rev, I say you're shaking the tables this evening, because the reason why many of us have issues in our different relationships is that we do not understand the level of the relationships. That's
Absolutely.
What it's saying to me. Because we take people higher than they really should go. We make the connectors the secret friends, you know. So we're we're going to have problems. So what you're doing this evening is you are opening our eyes and our level of understanding. Because if we do not understand that relationship, there will be abuse.